one request from the building inspector, one going to build a wall downstairs. Tracy Cruz made that request, and it was met by the other efforts yesterday to clean up, continuing efforts to clean up, have been complied with. Mr. Franzak and I have a difference of opinion, and it's a political football here. I don't mind letting you in, letting the building department in, and the representatives. That's just fine.
Yeah, but you see, the news media, the Buffalo News and the rest, represent the public, so if you're not going to let them send somebody in, it's
Well,
a private thing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You want to, Mr. Telesco, you want to tell this cameraman whether you'll let him in or not? He's a cameraman. I don't know.
No, he's not allowed in.
Okay, he's not allowed in. Okay.
Your Honor?
Okay, thank you.
All milk carrot. You're not allowed.
You're not stopping me? You touching me? You see what he did? You see what he did?
Stop the showboat.
Just for the record, he refuses to let me in. You saw what he did.
It's phenomenal that he won't allow the people
No, the guy's
in the community. I'm president of the Broadway Fillmore Coalition. He will not let local residents in there to see what happened in the building, and he won't let the councilman in this area who's trying to redo the structure. This is phenomenal. How somebody can do this. He won't let people from the Preservation Society. This is phenomenal. It sounds like somebody's trying to get out. Unless maybe he's boarding it up from the inside of it so nobody walks in.
So why is he not letting us in there, too?
I mean, I don't have a camera. All I have is a notepad. I'm representing the people in this area. The homeowners, the people that live and work in this area, I think we should be allowed in there.
Here's one that was done.
Show that
long
to the judge.
ago.
Show that to the judge. When he comes out. And to his inspectors. You know,
What's the date of that picture?
I'm going to say about 15 years ago. And here you have when Anthony Fedeli had the building. All the lights were in, the light on the ceiling. It is not like that today.
make sure you tell us to Judge Sedita and to Joe Scholar. Make sure you show them and tell them.
Telesco started taking these lights out before the Tuckmans got the building. He said that somebody was stealing the lights. Then he says he'll take the rest of them to preserve them. Well, they ended up in New York City. They ended up in England and Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Huh.
He's the guy that did it.
Yes.
How do you know all this? May I
I worked for 2.5 years in this building.
Oh, okay.
Here, you want to see a little something? I carry this around just as the posterity. My name is Michael Koenig. My son is Stephen Koenig. My son was kicked out early this spring because he was taking pictures of them stripping the building out. They confiscated the film out of his camera, and as a result we were summarily dismissed. We got no money for any of the work we did here. We did this all voluntary. We made arrests in here and everything else. Within 1 year we made 70 arrests for theft and break-ins here. And some of them were at gunpoint too, unfortunately. It was got a little hairy after a while.
Yeah, I can supply that to you if you'd like.
Yes. Oh, I'd love to have it for the
This is what it looked like about 15 years ago when Anthony Fedeli had possession of the property.
He made some.
All the lights were in there,
Shops in here and
and he
everything.
was proud of the fact that it was working.
I heard all this is gone.
What's gone? The lights, here, all the lights along the wall. The clock is destroyed. The pedestal for the buffalo is gone. There's a hole knocked in the wall right here. He's literally destroyed all the inside.
We got south. We will still go. Anybody arrested, I'll call it out.
Yeah. No, but I was saying we could get in there.
Hey, Councilman! Where's the councilman?
Holy wow.
Hold him there. Where's Mr. Telesco? Where's Councilman, Mr. Telesco wants to shake your hand here because there's some misunderstanding, but I'll tell you what he's offered.
All right.
He's offering it through the Buffalo News. He's offered to meet with everybody, including you, representing the community, the paper, myself, his lawyer, who's Mr. Agati, and he's offering that to the other side, to Mr. Tuckman and his lawyer, Mr. Davis. If all of them contact me, with you present, and the news, and the inspector, commissioner, licensed inspector, we'll use my office as sort of a sounding board to see if we can mediate what's going on here. That's okay with you too?
Well, let me say this.
Okay.
Mr. Telesco and I always had good relations.
That's
We
what
had
he said.
many meetings. We got along well. But my patience, was a straw that broke the camel's
Told
back.
him that, yeah.
What the disgrace and the depredation of this building is an insult to this neighborhood. It's an insult to the city of Buffalo. And Tom, really, I'm surprised. You never should have let this happen. You really shouldn't
This
have.
building was the Tuckman's building during this whole period of time you're referring to. It was not my building.
Show otherwise, and I think
Well,
David, I think you know it was their
hold on,
building, don't you?
But Tom, this hurts me. And
It hurts me, too.
My back's against the wall, and I get calls from the constituents. I got to do something.
David, it hurts me too.
The purpose of this now is to do something for this community and the city. Is that right?
We want this turned around.
So that I'll be glad. You tell your lawyer I said for you to contact him. If all the lawyers and the parties will contact me, we'll sit down with them, all of us, and see if we can work something out.
Very good.
Very good. Thank you. Thanks for letting us.
All right.
Okay, David.
Okay.
Very good. But, okay.
Judge, good. You want it,
You want to come in? There's nothing there. No? Okay, we'll do it here. Go ahead.
Next,
Yeah,
David.
go ahead. Yes.
First of all, for the record, your name is?
Judge Frank Sedita.
Okay. What was it like inside?
Vacant. Yeah, there's no, the old Buffalo is gone from the center of the building, and the fixtures are gone. The Art Deco restaurant is gone. There's nothing much left. The building leaks, and it's vacant.
What were your first impressions? I mean, is it in disarray, or can it be rehabbed?
I don't know. I'm not an engineer. This is a massive building, of course, and this dispute's been going on through the years, so that what I said we would do is we can get everybody in my office together. Maybe we can at least talk about it. That's a start.
Is this something new? I mean, you were out a couple weeks ago, or another judge out a couple weeks ago trying to go out and look around?
All the inspections commissioner gave me a call and asked if I'd come out and take a look at the building and see what I could do, and I'm answering that call. I haven't been here in 4 or 5 years.
How has it changed in those 4 or 5 years?
Completely. The building is completely vacant now. That's the difference. All the fixtures are gone. The Buffalo is gone. The Art Deco restaurant is gone. There's leaks in the building. Kind of a mess.
Do you think this has come to a fruitful end?
I don't know. We're going to try. Nice to talk to you.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
This is in the era when Anthony Fedeli was in there working with it.
Yeah. Doesn't look like that anymore.
Not at all.
Together to look at it, to try to get some type of results. I think the results are going to be handled quite readily. As the judge indicated in his chambers, he would allow everybody together to have a powwow on making this project either come to fruition or do something in the project.
As a commissioner, you've seen a lot of different buildings, and I'm sure you came up to the rents. What kind of shape is this building in?
This building on the interiors has a lot of deterioration. There's a lot of water damage, a lot of fixtures. There's a lot of artifacts and things that were formerly in this building are no longer there.
What can be done, or what in your mind should be done to this building? Should it be try to make it the way it was, or start new? Or
I think the basic thing is what the judge indicated. We meet in his chambers, sit down, discuss what we think the possibilities are, and start forward from that day and see what the possibilities are for funding and redevelopment of this facility.
as the commissioner, would you grant this place to be back open again, or would you see it to be closed down permanently?
I'd like to see this building back open, as many people have fond memories of this facility, and I think it's important that we try to do all we can to develop this facility and make it a landmark for the city of Buffalo.
Anything else you want to comment on?
I just think it's great that everybody's getting together here and to go towards one common goal here, and I think it's going to be great for the city if we can get this project back on line and do some development in this area.
Any idea what this might be turned into at this time? Or
At
what
the present time, there's a number of discussions on what the possibilities are, but at this time I'm not at liberty to discuss those possibilities.
Okay.
Okay? Thanks a lot.
Are they still talking about an office building now?
Yeah.
Where an office is?
Upstairs, and then they had restaurants and that downstairs, and a number of chains they had interest in this years ago. They were going to model this after the Cleveland terminal.
Yeah, that's what I remembered.
The Cleveland terminal.
Way back when.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
That was a while.
That was a while.
We don't know what we get to call that.
Council.
Take it easy. Tommy, take him for a drink.
Okay, same here. I'll talk to you, thanks.